Guys, I'm going to remove myself from this whole Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder beef. You know, all I keep seeing is just channels after channels after channels after channels just making videos. Either a couple of Anthony Joshua fanboys making videos about him and how good he is, and Deontay Wilder fanboys making videos about him and how good he is, and how this guy's ducking this dude, this guy's ducking this dude, accusing people of stuff. All this drama that is honestly annoying. I'm not, because one thing I noticed is a lot of these channels, they pick a side. I'm all Deontay Wilder. I'm all Deontay Wilder. And they only praise Deontay Wilder and shit all over Anthony Joshua. But in the same token, then you got some guys that they're all Anthony Joshua. They're shit all over Wilder and they only praise Anthony Joshua. You know, they only praise Anthony Joshua. What people need to understand with my channel is I'm not one of these type of channels. I'm not one of these patriotic type of channels. A lot of these channels are patriotic. A lot of them, if they're from the UK, they only support Anthony Joshua because he's from the UK and they want him to win, right? That's it. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's how it is for them. They only support this man on the screen because he's from the UK like them and they want him to win. And you read their comments and it's all UK boxing fans supporting Anthony Joshua. And then there's a lot of these American channels that they're patriotic as well. They only support Deontay Wilder because he's an American. And you look at their comments and there's all American boxing fans praising him because, supporting him because he's an American. Right? Again, there's nothing wrong with that. What people need to understand with me is that's not the type of channel I am. Because I am an American, a lot of people immediately think that, oh, you know, he's a patriotic boxing fan. Because I've been called a patriotic boxing fan. Well, I'm not. I simply support a fighter if I like the fighter and if he's doing well in terms of the guys he's actually fighting, the level of opposition. I do this to every fighter. And I simply make videos saying how I think this guy's going to win or this guy's going to lose. I don't fanboy for any fighter unless he's Errol Spence Jr. Because Errol Spence Jr. is like my favorite fighter. But that's it. I definitely don't fanboy for like any of these heavyweights. And that's what people need to understand with me. I can't tell you how many times I've been called a typical American. Oh, he's just a typical American. Because I'll make a video of like when I made a video about Dillian White, I said, well, Dillian White, he's going to lose. Because that's how I feel, that he's going to lose to someone like Deontay Wilder. And I remember, and even in my original channel, there was some UK boxing fans telling me, oh, you're just a typical American. Which made me, realize that, you know, these guys probably just saw my video. They don't know my history, so they just hear that I'm an American. They're like, oh, he's an American, so he has that American accent, so he's probably only for American fighters. So I'm going to just call him a typical American. And I had guys from, like, Australia. I remember when I was making a prediction video of Manny Pacquiao versus Jeff Horn, and I was like, I don't want to see this fight. And I was telling people how I honestly felt. And I was like, who the hell is Jeff Horn? And there was a bunch of Australian fans, boxing fans, who came to my channel and they were like calling me, you're just a typical American. You don't know anything. You're dumb. Because that was the first time they saw my video on my original channel and they assumed that I was just a guy who was just hating on Jeff Horn because because I'm an American and because I'm an American, I don't like other people from other countries. I guess that's what they think, you know. It's like, no, it's just because I don't know who this guy was. You know, and then there are times where I'll make a video criticizing an American fighter and now I'm a traitor. You know, so what people have to understand with me is, that's why I always tell people, if you're subscribed to me, you're not gonna like me all the time, because a lot of these channels, there's a difference between me and a lot of these channels. A lot of these channels, they will literally fanboy to their home country fighters. I see it all the time. They like, and this doesn't just go for Americans. This goes for UK. I've seen it many times where I see like a UK boxing channel, and all he does is like he's always praising every one of these of the UK guys, of the fighters who come from the UK, and he's always saying this guy's gonna win, and it's obvious that he's a very patriotic boxing fan. You know, it's obvious. Like, oh, he's one of those guys that, you know, he's just rooting for his guy because he's from the UK like him. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But that's not my style. And I also see this with American, where a lot of times American boxing fans, you could tell that he's only rooting for this guy because he's an American like himself. And this doesn't apply just for the UK and American boxing fans, because I see this with Russian boxing fans. You see this with Russian fighting fans from all over the world. A lot of Filipino boxing fans were only rooting for Manny Pacquiao because he was Filipino, you know, and with Neil Donaire and stuff. So this is a thing that a lot of boxing fans do. Again, I've made it very clear, I'm not one of those boxing channels like that. I don't root for a guy just because he's an American. You're never gonna see me make a video saying I only root for this dude because he's from my home country. No, it's about skills for me. I would say this guy's gonna win if I think he has the skill set to win, not because he's an American. If you ever see me making a video and saying this American's gonna win, it's not because I only like him because he's an American. No. And because I happen to be an American, so that's why I'm being biased. No. It's only because I think he has the skill set. It's like with Errol Spence Jr. I'm a big fan of Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. happens to be in America like myself. But I honestly feel that he can beat every one of these welterweights. And when I made that video saying that nobody beats Errol Spence Jr., I was being honest. I was being sincere. I honestly feel that nobody beats Errol Spence Jr. at welterweight. I think when he moves up to 154, 160, then he'll lose because these guys are much bigger than him. But I think at 147, he's unbeatable. And I'm not saying that because I'm an American and I'm only rooting for him because he's an American. No. It's just because that's how I feel. I'm a big fan of him. He's my favorite fighter, Errol Spence Jr. And I think he has the talent to beat all these guys at welterweight. You know? So this is what people need to understand with me. Do not confuse me in the bracket of the patriotic American boxing channels, like a lot of these UK patriotic boxing channels or a lot of these American boxing channels. I'm not one of those type of boxing channels. I simply tell you how I feel about a fighter. I don't care where they're from, what country they're from, what background they are, what ethnicity they are. I just tell you how I feel about this fighter, about his career, about his resume, about how good I think he is, skill for skill, and if I think he could beat the guys in his weight division, and I think or if I think he's gonna beat this guy. I never base it off the fact that he's from another country. I don't care about that. It's like when people say, "Oh, you only kiss UK boxing fans subscribers." What are you talking about? Really? Why? Because I make videos saying I think Anthony Joshua defeats Deontay Wilder, but in the same token, I'll make videos crucifying guys like Dillian White and saying he's a hype job, and crucifying guys like Tyson Fury saying he needs to lose weight because he's a diabetic. So how does that make me a UK? How am I suckering up to my UK boxing fans when the people who are the UK boxing fans who subscribe to me, when I be criticizing UK boxing fans all the time? And some people might say, "Oh, you're just an American patriotic boxing fan." Well, how can that be so? Why? Because you see me praising guys like Errol Spence Jr., but then I'll be criticizing guys like Deontay Wilder. You know, so people need to understand, dude. I'm not one of these boxing channels that are patriotic. I'm not. I'm not gonna be like making videos. So when you see me making a video criticizing a guy, it's not because I'm like trying to start this agenda or I only support this guy. It's not because of that. It's just because that's how I feel and how I felt at that moment when I was recording that video. Yeah, it's just I don't want to evolve myself around these people that are just all bitching about Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. A lot of people in the YTBC, all these places, they're just bitching, man. They're bitching. So I'm just gonna like focus on me and focus on boxing, because I can't like so I get turned off when I be seeing all these videos. Just all the like people are just bitching and complaining about both of these fighters, and it's like I'm just gonna keep it to how I feel. I'm gonna ignore everybody else, and yeah, I'm just gonna kind of distance myself from all this shit. And that's all I have to say, guys. If you watched the whole video and if you enjoyed it, excuse me, I appreciate it. I always appreciate it when my subscribers watch the whole video. Please hit that like, please subscribe, and yeah, guys, if you watch the whole video from start to finish, I do appreciate it, guys. And so I have to say, guys, McGregor's out. Bye.